We're
Good
here
afternoon.
Friday, April the 14th, 2023.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have a few people signed up, but not many, because we put out a topic that we knew a lot of people.
Probably wasn't going to attract a lot of people.
They weren't going to attract that many, but we thought we would talk about it anyway. By the way, next week, we're going to be doing the unworkable change agenda.
Yes.
In our not in Crowdcast,
In our
mastermind. So if you're catch this on a recording or something and want to do that, click the green button and sign up. It's only $10 a month. Hey, Jasmine. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine's interested in looking at U.S. healthcare. Wow.
Oh, how about that?
Jasmine? And we'll give it at least one more person showed up. We'll see if anybody else shows up. And then we're just going to discuss it and take a look. Well, according to not really.
Oh, she's not really.
Well, we're interested in it because we consult with, but love you guys. We consult with a lot of people who are in the healthcare industry.
Yeah, it's been in our lexicon lately, last couple of weeks.
A lot. And it's a mess.
Yeah.
So much of a mess that it could be in dire straits. So that's why we're talking about it. See if we can, maybe somebody will come along and listen to this and do something. But we'll give it a chat anyway. And we have Jasmine with us, and we'll be looking at it from the point of view using the point of view of the ACT matrix.
Our favorite thing to do.
Of course, now this is getting into the range of looking at large groups of people.
Yeah.
Big picture stuff.
We're telescoping way out here.
Yeah, telescoping way out beyond the individual or couple or small work group. Now we're going into big time what goes on in the healthcare industries, which, Jasmine, they will. I mean, like we had somebody on our mastermind.
Oh yeah, today's mastermind.
From Ireland, Northern Ireland, and of course they have public health care. What's the best way to say it?
Yes, yeah, I think that. Well, yeah, public health care.
And she says theirs is in trouble.
Yeah, government sponsored.
Well, no, but you know what? It's still money.
Yeah,
it's still money.
It's still monetarily driven.
The problems are monetarily driven. Yes, and so we'll go at it from that point of view. So
yeah, and then we even had another person on the same call from Egypt who same problem in Egypt.
Yeah, they said same problem in Egypt as well. So pretty diverse. That United States. Lauren from Canada. No, was she from Canada?
No, she's not. I don't think.
We didn't have Canada on this.
Plus, yeah.
But I think they're in a little bit of trouble too.
Heard that as well.
Yeah. And so basically, we're just looking at U.S. healthcare. So we're going to look at it. Okay. So what we know from lots of reports in the U.S. healthcare system that there has been a very, very significant exodus of MDs, whatever,
nurses,
nurse practitioners. Anecdote, I know of a nurse practitioner who was a nurse, got her master's degree so she could be a nurse practitioner, went to work at a place. They immediately said you should be seeing 32 people per day and some other onerous stuff. And she's already quit that and doing something else. She didn't even last 6 months. And so that's what we mean, exodus, including people that get in and get out really quick. And so the number I saw in a newspaper report, it was 130,000 in the last couple of years, MDs that have quit.
Yep.
Which I think for 50 states, that's a lot. If you know any nurses or anything, they will tell you about the high number of nurses that have quit. So, whenever you have an existing healthcare system that is staffed by X number of people, and a big part of that leaves, well, the patients don't go away. So it puts tremendous stress on the system, meaning the people that are left have to work even harder, which increases the probability of, here's the matrix, that they're going to do probably what is mostly avoidance. Upper left, they're going to say, to hell with this. I'm miserable, and the best way that I can fix my misery is to just quit and go do something else. And that is what is happening. And so to look at it from the matrix, you have lower left people that, let me see, what have I seen? They've reported feeling, well, I already said.
How about demoralized?
Demoralized is a good one. Demoralized. So they feel demoralized, certainly like disrespected.
Demoralized.
You know, whatever feeling comes with this is not what I went to school for.
Yeah, not what I signed up for.
Not what I signed up for, exactly. So, I don't know if it's probably right at disgust further than anger. So it starts with anger and then goes all the way to disgust of the management, the management system that drives all of this. So you say, well, the U.S. healthcare system is a for-profit enterprise. So the managers are constantly having to work the numbers, try and make money for shareholders and stuff. And so you would think, oh, well, that's the problem. It's only the United States. No. And that is because of a little thing that in government is known as austerity measures. And that's a fancy name for budget cuts.
Yeah. Do more with less.
All right. And so they say, oh, I'll pick on the British national healthcare system. Oh, you know what? We don't, economic times are tough. We got to cut your budget. And it's really the same spreadsheets that, oh, look, I mean, we got these people working 8 hours a day. Can't they see somebody every 15 minutes or something? Why not?
Yeah.
And so then so the money going into the system is cut. So whether your money is cut because of capitalistic stuff, or it's cut just by government austerity measures, you still have less resources and more people, more professionals in that system who leave, who get fed up and leave, putting stress. So it's an upper left. It's a massive upper left.
Yeah.
And so it was really, from our point of view, was like we worry about that, and you worry about, well, what can the bigger picture above them do to help out? Because you could go to the individual and say, you really need to figure out some better ways to deal with your burnout and stress and anger.
Yes.
All of that.
You need to be more efficient.
Which is, by the way, essentially what management is telling them.
Right.
Right. You need to be more efficient, and also, the beatings are going to continue until morale improves. So go ahead and improve your morale, and all of that kind of stuff going on. Well, you can't put the onus purely on the people to have solutions for their lower left stuff.
Yeah.
That's what. So as a society, we need to look at that. Now, and if I don't know what we usually do, we humans usually do is let things go to hell and
Yeah.
fall apart.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I guess we better do something.
And rush around and do stuff when it happens.
And so, proactive is not our
No.
strong point.
No.
It's a human race. So across the world, around the world, apparently, we have millions and millions of healthcare workers who are becoming demoralized, and each and every day, some of them decide to fix the demoralization by just leaving.
Yeah.
Now do the math, and how long can you keep that up? That I don't know. I don't really know. But somebody needs to do something. And I don't know what we can do, but that's the way it looks like from the matrix.
Yeah, or that would be our current conditions, we would call that, right?
Now the folks went in, as a value-driven thing. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of patients. I'm going to take care of my family, by making a good income and all that. So now you have all that lower right stuff that got them into healthcare. And of course, it's not like you're learning how to sweep floors here. You got it's a big investment.
Highly specialized
Years of training that these people go into. And you think about it, it's for satisfaction. I'm going into this business for satisfaction. Take care of people.
That's it.
Myself, my family, my patients. Take care of folks. That's it. So that's all upper right. And well, they get slammed right upside the head in a real hurry, and end up having to somehow. And so now you have these motivated people who are really trying hard to take care of folks.
Yep, they're in there every day,
and they're being worked to death.
Yeah,
and they have to give up on that, which is really a crappy thing to do to people. So my fear is that I could take this in and show this to the administrators and the politicians. And what's that? Meh? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. And it's like, this is no way to be treating healthcare professionals. Absolutely not. And that's why they get demoralized.
Yeah.
They are treated horribly. I watched it happen in my years at the VA. Bill can talk about how it's not happening in education.
Oh, parallel. It's parallel universe.
Same problem. It's just over in education.
It's the same thing. Right. Highly specialized people with no time, no resources, having to do more with less.
Who went
getting slammed.
Who went into the business wanting to help people.
Make a difference. It wasn't about the paycheck for most people.
So they go in. But eventually they're still making money, but they're killing their health.
Yeah. At what cost?
It's literally. And these healthcare professionals, some of these doctors are putting in 16 to 20-hour days.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you were married to somebody putting 16 to 20-hour days.
And then it doesn't end when they come home.
No, not at all. Now they got
No.
email. Now they got to
Yeah.
answer emails, right? By the way, in case you didn't know that, anybody watching, now they're expected in many, many places. The providers are expected to answer patient emails, not administrative emails, patient emails. They have these, the fancy name is healthcare portals. Almost everybody.
Yeah, you got one, I got one, we all have one.
You sign in and
Right.
you can go into the messaging and literally directly message your providers. And as a selling point, the corporation above them says, oh, what a great idea. We'll have patients being able to email their doctors, but the doctors don't have time to answer the emails
Yeah.
during the day.
I don't think they checked that out with the doctor's part. That part.
Oh, I imagine that they did
No,
not.
I don't think that they ran that by them first.
Not at all.
Nope.
And by the way, anybody who's been in the industry, any part of the industry, knows that it's going to be this small group of patients that account for 90% of all emails.
Yep. Because
Problem.
they're doing their relief moves too.
Right. That's all right. And they just love having that access.
Yeah.
Love
Great.
it.
Especially at 3:00 in the morning.
Right. So that's another recipe. So I mean, I can't imagine. So you get issued a laptop from your healthcare company, and that gets sent home with you. So when you start adding all this up, it's like, well, of course they're quitting like crazy. They can't. Well, oh, and then the other thing to add it on top of that is, by the way, part of the left side is that they're scared to death of being sued.
Yep.
For malpractice.
Fear of litigation.
Right. Fear of litigation. So now it gets into, if you're not answering the emails and you're not playing nice with people, as defined by the patient, those patients may get pissed at you and go get a lawyer and sue you. So now you've got litigation to deal with. So all of these folks live in fear of litigation.
Yep.
So, my goodness, aren't we stacking up the lower left?
It's looking pretty piled in there.
Right. So I guess our point, Jasmine, if you're still with us, if we can go show and somehow demonstrate like this to show, my gosh, we are really, really, really blowing this up for the healthcare providers. I mean, it's even for mental health in the VA. When I went to work in the VA, call it 1990, it was still reasonable. I mean, you were probably, but it was, I remember, because everybody knew it, the 20 patients per week psychotherapy thing. It was about 20 per week. If you say that sounds a bit low, we were a training facility. So we also had interns to train, postdocs and all, so you wrap all that together and you see 20 people a week, do all the notes and all of that. And that was very livable. That was very livable. Now, the people above, and just in case you want to lay this all off on Republicans, no.
Yeah, right. No.
A guy by the name of Al Gore.
Yes. Al. Good old Al.
Good old Al.
Inventor of the internet.
All right. Comes in and says, we need to do time and efficiency.
Right.
And so quickly, 20 is nowhere near enough.
Yeah.
And it just kept, and what happened all during that to everybody was called the industrialization of healthcare.
Mhm.
Once you say time and efficiency study, you just went into industry.
Yep.
So now everybody has become a little box in a square sheet, in a spreadsheet, and so now you're toast. So I think, what do they want them? They want them to book 32 per week.
Mm.
32 a week now. And you say, oh, that's possible. Well, maybe. You ever worked in the government? Ever heard of something called meetings? You're expected to show up to meetings. And I guarantee you, even on the most lowest of weeks, 4 hours of your week is going to be devoted to meetings. And that would be a bare minimum. 8 is it. So basically, you're talking 32 hours of patient's book, 8 hours of meeting, and you're done. And you can't see straight. So that system's not good. So who do you see working in the VAs now? The psychologists working in the VAs, Phil.
Gee.
I know exactly. Think young.
Yeah.
They're the new.
Oh, well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing in education. You know, all the older baby boomerish people have all, if they weren't already, they're now leaving in droves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're leaving. And so in the VA, you can work there and accrue your supervision hours for licensure. So you have a bunch of young people. You don't have old parts.
They're in there making their bones, right?
Right. As soon as they can get out of it, they get out of it. Because I mean, the pay's okay, but the drive for do more with less. That's literally it. Always do more with less. Do more with less. And so that's just a little. I watched that happening, and lived it for 30 years. You know, as it became worse and worse and worse, year in and year out. And believe me, you're fighting City Hall. If you're trying to fight it.
Yeah.
No. And you'll just get in trouble because the bean counter is way up above you, doing all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so I experienced it myself. So let's get out. Maybe we can go show people the Matrix, and maybe if you can get it. So I don't know if that'll happen, but maybe we can do a post-mortem on the healthcare system. And show. The thing is that you load up all this stuff in the lower left of people, they're gonna book it on you.
Yeah.
And these are people who used to be over on the right side.
They started out over here.
Right. They were gonna do it for
doing this stuff, making a difference, pile in all of this stuff.
And then they leave. And so you drove people out that had the best of intentions. Isn't that awful?
Yeah.
However, they're not alone. As I said, it happens in education.
Oh, yeah.
So
same deal.
Our education system, our healthcare system, any other systems like that, the two biggies I can think of.
I know that within the business circles, it's a very similar thing. I know people that work like in, well, let's take accounting, for example. Just take something like accounting. Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same deal because they give the accountant, their clients, big, small, whatever,
who have,
and they have to work, and the clients just throw stuff at them. And then the accountant has to figure out, where stuff goes and then get stuff back because they're all working from a deadline. And then they just pile more and more from above. The managers, their time and efficiency studies. right?
Gotta
Same thing.
love those
So
times.
they're saying, bigger, better, faster, more. And on top of that is they then bring in remote accountants to fill in the gaps. So the remote accountants are not necessarily accountants that they come into contact with, and they're not necessarily associated with the accounting firms. So now you're got people helping you that can only do so much because their hands are tied. They don't know what the procedures and the policies are.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know that they're leaving to go into other kinds, leaving the old, public accounting to go into other areas of accounting.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
So there may be a shortage of accountants.
I think that that's one of the things that we could be seeing. Yep. For the same reasons, like we're talking about.
My
Doctors,
husband
nurses,
is an
teachers.
enrollment. Hey, look at Jasmine. Her husband is an enrollment manager in higher education. What does that mean, Jasmine?
Yeah, what's an enrollment manager?
Is that enrolling students or enrolling staff? This is interesting.
Yep.
I saw a headline recently that, like, work in the United States and
Students.
students is worse than ever. So what are they enrolling in? Philosophy? And that's the thing. We do know that now the soft subjects like philosophy and such are getting short shrift because the zeitgeist says, but it's not preparing people for the workforce. Now, everything has to be preparing them for the workforce. Right? Philosophy doesn't have anything to do with preparing them for the workforce. So we've got liberal arts, that's the name, right? Gradually, even the liberal arts colleges, many of them aren't so liberal arts anymore. More and more drift away from that into.
Yeah, it is a crazy business.
Yeah, my daughter, Bill will know, has recently been working within the higher education system and quickly found out that it was, what's the name? Oh, crazy right there. It was, it's crazy. So, and that's a liberal arts college, by the way. But so they all got, okay, so everybody looking at the U.S. healthcare system with the ACT matrix. Okay, I said in the first place, money. So if you have a for-profit system, it's money. If you have not for profit, but it's government, purely government funded, guess what? That's money too, because they don't give you money. So money is the root of all evil here. So it's money is the real big greed. So what we can do about that, I don't know, but it's not working out so well. A bigger picture, that's what drives everything. The haves versus the have-nots.
Yes.
Throughout history, we have periods where the haves get it all arranged so that they're sucking up all the resources. And then something happens and you beat them back for a while. and things get distributed a little bit better. And then, of course, they hire the smart people and the lobbyists to get it figured out again.
The oppression returns, right?
So then once again, they're getting most everything.
Right.
Jesus, I'm not that religious, folks. Nevertheless, I do love the one time when Jesus was busting things up. And what was he after? The money changers.
Yep.
So I always wonder why the fundamentalists don't really focus on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where he lost it,
One time he really lost it was
Yeah, he lost it. He got hooked. He was hooked big time.
It was hooked big time.
Yep.
So, and by the way, so that's sort of where we are. So all of this is driven by money. You know? And so either trying to prepare people for the pursuit of money,
Yeah.
or it's just a mess. I don't
Yeah.
know. But the healthcare system, before the education system, that's bad enough. But the healthcare system, there's like literally hospitals that close, clinics that close.
Every day you're reading the paper about some small local community center
Right.
that's closing its doors.
So the more and more, well, it's already happening. No, our life expectancy has dropped, and our infant mortality rate has gone up. Okay. So that's a sign of the troubles within the system. And it's just not enough staff. Not enough staff. It's all driven by money. Gee, will us humans. You want to hear Kevin Polk's thing on it? I think it's all language.
Yeah.
I'm not sure language was such a good thing. Leads to a bunch of people being greedy. Yeah. But all across, this is crazy. Well, she got me stuck in crazy. So, so what do we do to fix it? I have no idea.
If we had the fix, we certainly would be shouting.
Oh, we can just keep showing people the diagram.
That's
Basically it. I mean, humans operate, if anybody's watching this, basic human thing, basic animal thing for that matter. You go for satisfaction. So you go to college to become an educator. You go to college to become a healthcare professional. You go to college to become an accountant, whatever, to help people out. You know? There you go.
pro-social.
You're over there being pro-social. Yay. And then you get into it, and the management of it is like, the hell with all of that. We got to make money. And we're going to literally make your life a living hell.
Yep.
And then they quit. And then nobody does anything about it. So
Nope.
thus far, we have not fixed it up. We have not. This keeps getting worse. And all the while, the rich keep getting richer. So I guess that was my point before. I don't think anybody's motivated to, no, I shouldn't say anybody. There's lots of people motivated to change it.
Yes.
But the people that really pull the strings up
They're
at the
not.
top, they don't.
No.
They're making plenty of money. They're
Yeah.
not worried about it. So, oh no. I know all industries are having trouble.
Yeah, everybody's affected.
Having trouble. Too many resources have been sucked out of the system. Basically. Now let's go macro. Big macro look. Big. If you have most of the resources sucked up by a few people of the wealthy, less resources to go around at the bottom.
Other folks don't have accessibility.
And so people start dying.
Yeah. If you don't have accessibility to healthcare,
You die.
you're screwed.
Oh, become Scrooge, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Let decrease the excess population.
Yeah.
Gee, not fun. So, all of you, if you're in the healthcare industry, we feel for you. It's not your fault.
No.
I-
And education, same thing.
it's not your fault. It's not. People pulling the strings way up above you are tilting the table away from your satisfaction.
Looks like this.
And way over toward, you need to do more with less.
with a smile on your face.
and do it. So keep showing. Oh, somebody else showed up. So
Oh, cool.
everybody, hello, Amy. And so everybody, solution. Somehow, some way, we need to get at the people who pull the strings.
Yeah.
In the movies, sometimes they do that with pitchforks and torches.
Well, yes.
So-
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking over in the state next to me in New Jersey. I mean, the state university there went on strike.
They did.
They did,
Or they?
and that got the attention of the governor.
What did he do? Hammer down on the teachers?
Well, now he's calling these sides together. We'll see what happens.
And it was basically they were being told to do more with less.
Well, this particular situation for years pre-pandemic, they've been told to do more with less, and
That's what I meant. Right. It's
Yeah.
ongoing. Oh, wow.
and finally they got to the point where they walked out.
Well, the strikes are the peaceful version of
Yeah,
torches and pitchforks.
exactly. Right.
Before
We can put that up there too. Strike.
we storm the castle.
Yeah. Before we storm the castle, we're going to stand outside the castle with our torches burning.
And see if you can get folks' attention. So I don't know, whatever we can do to get people's attention.
Yeah.
To get them to change the system. I really don't know. It's
Nope, don't have that
the
kind of
politicians don't have a particular interest in changing anything. And if they beg to differ, I will say I don't see any bills coming out that's
Yeah.
helping anything.
Where's the relief coming from,
Mr.
Mr. Politician?
Right, you might be talking a big game, but there's nothing
Yeah.
happening here. And they might get up and make a speech about how horrible things are in healthcare. Okay, but
Yeah.
their job is to pass legislation that helps things.
Right. Which ends up, in the long run, denying more people access to healthcare.
Which is probably it, exactly. I don't know. It's a mess. I am not going to Pollyannish and say things.
Nope.
It's a rough mess right now. I mean, I know it's totally side thing, but I told Phil about this. I have guitars, and I went looking to replace that orange guitar, by the way, and found out that the big guitar makers, essentially all of them, have started directly selling to the customers, meaning mail order, right? You say, oh, how nice. Well, not if you're a mom and pop guitar store dealer in your hometown. They just took you out of the picture. No more you. And if they think it's much more efficient, they don't have to have a distributor. They don't have to have people going to the store, all of that. Now, when you need to get your guitar fixed, I don't know what you're going to do. But it's just another sign of the system of where time and efficiency studies don't take into account human emotions.
Yeah.
So from a time and efficiency study, of course the guitar companies are going to do that. Makes sense on the spreadsheet. But as far as the humanness of the endeavor, yeah.
And the humans that are working within that system to keep that flow going.
That's a mess, man. And I know guitars aren't any big thing, but I'm figuring if that kind of stuff is happening with guitars, it's probably happening with
Yep.
a lot of other stuff. So, and once again, like we all love Amazon and we can get stuff, that's okay. But Amazon doesn't sell human emotions.
No.
You know, they don't care. The spreadsheet doesn't care. That's what we need is a spreadsheet for human
A
emotion.
human emotions spreadsheet.
There we go. Okay, Jasmine, we got something for you to do. We can base business decisions on human emotions as well.
Let's get out the spreadsheet.
Good idea. Get out the human emotions.
How is this going to affect humans? Right?
It would be a really nice thing.
That's an interesting question. Well, gee, how is it going to affect the humans that are working?
Well, and then we can bring out the matrix and say,
There you go. Well, I have this handy dandy little tool here. Let's take a look at it.
so, you know, we can do that. But that's the question. How is this going to affect people emotionally and their health
What's going to be the impact?
and the longevity of the human race? Because this making money is all well and good, I guess, but it's not going to be well and good if everybody's unhappy. And eventually the pitchforks are going to come out and folks are going to
They have to, right? Because at some point they've had enough.
Man, so we'll see. Now that gives me an idea. Human emotion spreadsheet. Interesting. Something like that. We definitely need something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we've had fun having a conversation, which is all we were doing. As I said, next week, be Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be in talking about the unworkable change agenda in our mastermind, which are at 1:00. Same
Yes.
time as this, just Tuesday at 1 and Thursday at 1. We'll be doing the unworkable change agenda. And that's an ACT term. That's a, but so we'll explore a little bit more into the ACT stuff, which anybody who listens to Phil and I know, we can drop the ACT stuff and just talk pattern recognition.
Do stuff. Yeah.
Which, however, a lot of people want to know about ACT stuff.
People want to know about ACT.
We'll give
Yep.
them
They want to know.
we know about that stuff. And let's everybody hope for the best on healthcare.
Yes.
Now, that's a mess. So is education, but we know that too. That's a mess. And then people get shot too.
Well, now you have to worry about, am I going to come home at the end of the day?
Yeah,
And not just, and we haven't even gotten to the students that go into the buildings with, having to participate in active shooter drills and stuff like that.
I'm sure that has a very positive impact on all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just sure of it.
They're just leaping into the classrooms every day now.
Time for our active shooter drill.
There you go. There's Jasmine.
Is working so much better with my patients. Oh, good for you.
Nice. Very nice.
Jasmine, I swear I'm just going to come and visit your husband, you and your
Yeah.
husband someday. Because you're quite right. That's what
Yep.
we. However, to get people to there, we're just using
Bringing him through ACT.
bringing them along because there's more.
Got to bring him along. That's how we got here.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I want to learn about ACT. I want to learn about ACT.
Yeah.
Great. We'll teach
Okay.
them about ACT. Then eventually we'll show
We can-
how that disappears and
Yeah.
becomes pattern recognition with the matrix. We'll do that. Okay, we'll be back.
We will.
Oh, and it's the weekend. Yay.
Yes. Everybody have a nice one.
But it's not Easter. It's just the weekend. I get it. I had to learn ACT first to be able to let go.
We got it.
Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. And we'll be back on. We don't even know what we'll do.
No, not Monday. Wednesday.
What are we
Well,
doing?
I won't be here Monday.
We're not going to do anything. It's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well,
Same to you, Jack. We haven't decided yet. So
Hey,
by
Jasmine,
next,
you tell us, what should we do next
yeah, what do you
week?
want to do?
What would you like us to do?
You could call it.
Seriously,
This is your moment.
Then,
How's the book? Yeah.
oh, you want us to do something on pattern recognition for the book? We could do that.
Yeah.
But I have to come up with a title. We will. We'll come up with a title.
Pattern recognition for book writing.
My best bet, in all honesty, Jasmine, is we have all the words we need for a book.
Yeah,
But we'll do something anyway.
Yeah.
Just because you like it. We'll do it. We'll go for it. We just need to get the editor going on that.
yeah. I mean, he needs to cobble the words together and clean it up.
But he was doing something else.
Yeah. But I think he's available now. I'll go see.
Oh, all right, we'll go see. Right. Then we'll put that book together.
So that's how the book's going.
Yeah, no, it's going fine. No, really, in all
Yeah.
honesty, it's going fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we have plenty of material.
I bet you we have enough material for more than one book.
We could probably do volume 1, volume 2.
We won't do that. Okay, we'll do something on pattern
All right.
recognition on
Nice.
next Wednesday. Okay. Bye now.
See ya.